excited to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
The Foundry connected me to you.
Mm-hmm.
They saw that I was coming to New York, and they were like, hey, do you want to connect with Nick Arrojo? I was like, of course.
That's
You're
nice.
an idol.
Yeah, they're good people.
They are good people. So I started Hair Talk Coffee Club as a way to connect with hairdressers, and we've been meeting once a month. It's free, and we go over different business growth topics, and we wanted to connect hairdressers from all different backgrounds for this.
What does that mean?
That's a great question, right? So I think from different brands, different salons coming together, understanding we're not a competition, understanding that we can work together and grow together and collaborate. And it's been really fun, and then it's snowballed into having a podcast and then a consulting and coaching company from there.
Nice.
So now we're coaching hairstylists on developing truly whatever their goals are, but mainly it's business related. So with you and your career and what you've built, if you could have one word of advice to a new hairdresser, what would it be? Or one sentence?
It's always the same for me. Just dream big, work hard, stay focused.
Yeah.
You don't know where you're going, where are you going?
Correct.
Yeah, so you have to have a destination in mind of where you want to be, and I think that you should have long-term plans and short-term goals.
You have to, because you have to work backwards from there. You have a goal and you got to work backwards.
Yeah, and you don't know what the future's going to be 5 years from now, but you do know what the destination's going to be.
1,000%.
For the next 12, 24, 36 months.
When you started Arrojo, you came from Bumble and Bumble before that. So how did you step into like your own brand at that point?
Well, the Bumble story was just a piece of it. There's lots of pieces to the puzzle.
Yeah.
You know, so beginning my career working for Vidal Sassoon, you know, my goal was to kind of maximize my potential in a company that already had a great, historical background, and they were pioneering. And I learned a lot from Sassoon's, 10 years working there. Then from there, I went to work for Weller.
Amazing.
So I was an educator in the UK, just working full time for manufacturers. So that gave me like a complete knowledge of the other side of the industry. But, you know, I kind of wanted to still be a hairdresser. So I got the chance to move to New York, which was a dream of mine. And I got the job working at Bumble and Bumble. And when I came to Bumble, the goal was, or when I came to New York, the owner said, what do you want to be? And I said, I want to be known for being a great hairdresser. And that was my goal. That was my vision. 3 years into the Bumble journey, I left and opened up a Arrojo Cutler. That was a Veda concept salon. And that was kind of like my first, play into being in control of somewhat my own business, but I had a partner. So having a partner means that, you've got to compromise. And 4 years after that, I decided that, I kind of got to do it my way. So it was it's like climbing steps. You can't go, when you've got no money, you can't go from A to Z. You have to go right the way through the alphabet. And even if you've no money, it's better to learn on solid footing. So when I started Arrojo, I was like, this is the beginning of my own brand and my own enterprise. And, it's a lot of work, but it's also a lot of joy. And, we kind of came up with our thread, which is, we're an education culture company. So everything that revolves around the brand is all about education.
I love that. I mean, that's really the heart of any type of growth in any industry. So I love that that's what your core value is, education. When it comes to the product development that you have, obviously you learned that while you were at your time with Wella. Is that part of the business that you really enjoy, or what's your favorite part of the business?
I don't know if there's a favorite part of the business. The diversity of it's good. I mean, the favorite part of the business at the end of the day is me doing hair.
Yeah, same.
That's the favorite part of the business, is me doing a great haircut on a client, and she loves it. I get the most reward and the most joy, and it can happen in 45 minutes to an hour. So that to me is the core thing for me. That's what I like the most. But building a brand, it wasn't just about Weller, that was just a piece of it. When I came to America, Bumble just launched their product, so I was very much integral piece of helping that company to get penetration into the marketplace. And I was learning a new country and a new marketplace, and that was good. So every step of the way has been a journey. Product is really difficult. There's a new product coming out every day. The hairdressing industry, I think, is pretty fragmented. There used to be a thing called diversion. Nobody talks about that anymore. There used to be a thing called professional products. Nobody really talks about that anymore. So all those things have changed. And at the end of the day, salons have changed radically too.
They have.
Affiliate programs, all these different ideas, all this different mentality, different ideas for people to do different things. So for me, I think product is is as integral as a pair of scissors or a razor.
Correct.
So if you don't have
true.
the right product, you might have a good haircut, but if you don't have the right product to support it, then it's not going to be as good as it needs to be. So for me, the product journey was just the missing piece. Having the salon piece, the education piece, and now the product piece, you know, was like the missing link. And we managed to kind of, you know, build that, and I enjoy that. But it's like everything, it's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work. And if it's really good, it's not easy. It's just that simple. When it comes to your schools, do a lot of your students try to pivot into your salon space?
Not really.
Okay.
Not really. I mean, again, in today's world, a lot of people just want to go and become hairdressers.
Okay.
Yeah, this is New York City. It's
Yeah.
it's a metropolitan city.
Yeah.
You know, it's not suburban.
Yeah.
And a lot of these, you know, a lot of my students are pretty talented because they're a little bit more mature and they live in New York City. So, you know, they like to kind of get out of these walls and find
Their way.
other places because they've already had the Arrojo experience. Now, while we do definitely hire from our school, we're putting out about 125 hairdressers or beauty professionals a year.
Incredible.
So we're servicing a lot of the, you know, salons in the neighborhood.
That's amazing. When I was looking back at like your life online, you were so young when you came here and started with Bumble, and you were their assistant education director.
Well, they didn't really have an education director at the time, so they kind of made that role for me, which I really was not prepared for. But you know, when you work for somebody, you know, they tell you what to do, then you kind of got to do it because
I think that's the best way to
job.
learn. Yeah.
You know, so, but it wasn't something that when I was coming to America, my vision was more to become a little bit more involved in the editorial world, but that never really transpired, which is fine. Sometimes things don't go your way, or sometimes things don't. The door that you go through might be a different door that you thought you was going to go through, but all of a sudden you might find that that's the right door for you.
It's so true. Okay, so as far as your brand goes, what's next? What's on the horizon for you?
Oh, it's sustainability. Yeah, just trying to you know, I mean, the last 6 years since the lockdown has been disastrous. A lot of the big name salons, celebrity salons, they all gone out of business. Yeah, a lot of hairdressers, you know, sometimes you see these bigger named hairdressers and they have financial backing, and we don't. We're just completely self-funded. So for me, it's really about trying to stabilize, because what a lot of people don't realize, they don't understand what the hair industry is. And when you're selling products to salons and then the country shuts down all the salons, you've just stopped your number one kind of passion and vision. And we're a small independent brand. So during the pandemic, a lot of those salons never came to be reopened. So we lost all of our equity, or we lost a lot of our equity. Yeah. Now the biggest challenge that we've had is all of these tariffs have changed the way, because everyone wants to make in America. So imagine you've got, let's say, 100 plants that make products in America, but there's 1,000 companies that make products in America. They used to make products in China, but if you make products in China or you make it overseas, you're going to end up getting tariffs. So now there's more demand for plants in America, which is more competition. Because if L'Oreal decides to make products in America, they're going to fill those plants, and there's not going to be room for the small guy like me. So we have to deal with all of those realities, you know. Nobody really thinks about those things. They just think about what the product is. So we've had a lot of challenges with, you know, cost due to the pandemic, due to the tariffs, and due to inflation. And we're navigating through that.
I mean, that's incredible that you're navigating through it. It's been a lot, and it's, I think that everyone's going to pivot in a way that it'll change for good, but it is hard to see some of these salons that, you know, have closed, but we're in a new era.
I think a lot of salons have closed, and I think a lot of hairdressers are just independent. This industry is changing, you know, people, it's not like it used to be where, you know, you had 25 people or 50 people all following one person. Now everyone's a chef.
Yeah, that's so true. That's so true.
So in the salon, you've got all this independence, all this autonomy. Everyone's got access to everybody. It's not like it used to be. So when you know, you kind of, you know, you train, develop hairdressers. As soon as you give them a big push, they usually fly off. counterproductive
It
to
is.
growing a salon business that's
It
commission-based.
I think one of the things when I'm coaching salons already, the biggest struggle is how do we create an assistant or apprentice program to then turn it into longevity in our salon? And that's really hard because the investment up front is a lot of money.
And where's the investment?
The investment is in the education to the apprentices.
So how do they do that?
So how do they do the education, the products and service commission?
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the things that we've done, which is I don't think has taken off yet, but I think it should, is our Learn Together program.
Yes.
We provide a training program online that's live that any salon can tap into. So if I'm a salon in Ohio and I need to train my staff, but I'm the salon owner and I've got so much work to do and I've got to train a person, we have a great program called Learn Together.
With Arrojo. Okay,
Yep,
perfect.
which I do every Thursday,
Perfect.
and it's digital, live, online education, and it can pretty much be the education program for any salon.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to share that with people because I think that would be a game changer for a lot of salons. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Amazing.
I mean, we brought it out, and I think it's been very successful for us, but I still don't think it's really taken. I think of it like Peloton. It's like Peloton. It's like when you started working out and you couldn't work out in the gym, you worked out and you had a coach and a trainer.
Yes.
Today we can do that online,
Yeah.
and we do it differently because we do it live. You're not allowed to call out only more 2 times.
Yeah, good.
If you call out, we'll send you the thing to catch up, but it's all about being live. It's all about interaction. We have 5 cameras, and it's a 90-minute program, and it's super tight. And every week we teach, and we have a rig right here that we teach, set it all up as a studio, and we're training hairdressers all over the country, and it's a great way. And I think of a salon owner who has a million hats to wear, and there's not enough money to make profit in a salon. Really isn't, because everything's super expensive, and the biggest challenge is your hairdresser's taking out most of your money.
Yeah, it's the
Straight
one of
away.
the few industries where you're giving away half of your revenue.
Before you even begin.
Correct.
And
people don't
It's
understand.
a broken business model.
It is a broken business model because then you're only, on average 7% profitable, maybe if you're a good salon, and that's very difficult. I think education is the way to at least keep butts in your chair,
The quickest way to make a salon successful is to train your staff as quickly and as affordably as possible.
That makes sense.
If you slow people down, it's no good. My best salon is my school salon. Today everyone's at the show. If you was here and you were at the hair show, this place would be packed, but I've got 60 students at the show today.
Good.
But usually the salon at the front's pumping because we get a lot of clients that want to come in for a more affordable service.
Fantastic.
So I think that getting your young talent on the floor as quickly as possible so that they don't become a cost, but they become kind of part of supporting their cost, because they will be a cost. That is the key, and that's why we try to train our staff really quickly. When a student comes out from my school, we don't have apprentices anymore. We call them new talent.
Okay.
New talent, when they come into the salon, they get a day on the floor because they're doing clients over there. So why should I stop them from doing clients over here?
I think that's great.
Yeah,
I love that
so
because then it's demotivating if you take that away from them.
Why would you take it away? If I can do a head of highlights and charge $100, why would you take that away and make them an apprentice in the salon? The same clients come in the school door as they come in the salon door. It's just that the salon door, they know it's going to be more expensive, and the school door is going to be more affordable.
Correct.
It's the same client.
And you're selling the product at either salon, so then your students are selling the product too.
Yes, you are selling products, but really, I mean, students are not that good at selling retail.
Okay, that makes sense.
They're really not that good at that. Hairdressers are not good at that. They need to be so much better at being able to understand that the service is not just the haircut. They understand it's really an experience, and the experience should be about good quality performance, like as in, what service you do, it should be performed to a certain standard. But really the expectation is to make it an experience. So the consumer, the client coming in, feels welcome from the minute they come in to the minute that they leave.
Yeah.
And they should be educated in, what's being used.
Right, because they won't know it's a good haircut. They can't replicate what you did at home. It's just that simple.
They'll know if it's a good haircut.
Yeah.
They do know if it's a good haircut.
You're like, I know they know.
No, they know that it's
Yeah.
a good haircut,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
What a lot of people don't know is how bad the haircut is.
Yeah.
That's what I found. A lot of people don't know what a bad haircut is. A lot of people say, oh, I hate doing short hair. And I say, short hair is way easier than long hair. But here's the problem with short hair. Short hair shows all your mistakes, long hair doesn't.
Correct.
How do I know if your hair's balanced? How do we know if your hair is in structured shape?
And
is it layered properly?
Right.
How do we know?
Yep.
We don't,
Yep.
unless we go in it. But when you have a short haircut, you can see it.
Yes.
So long hair is the hardest, but hairdressers find it to be the easiest.
Yes, it's not.
But clients know the difference between a really good haircut and not a really good haircut, but only if they've ever had a really good haircut.
We were doing an editorial shoot this morning, and it was cutting, and it was that exact scenario. And I was telling the person, because they're like, I don't understand why they don't get this. I'm like, long hair people get lost in, and they think it's easy, and it's not. Short hair, you can see the structure, you can also see the mistakes. But with long hair, they get so lost in it.
Yep.
So we really need to help people with long hair cutting, I guess.
We need to help people with fundamental hair education.
Yes.
We all speak a different language.
Yep.
Every brand has a different language. Every hairdresser has a different language.
Yep.
They say, do it this, do this, do this. I always say to the person, if somebody's telling you to do it, you should ask them why. And if they don't have an answer for the why, then maybe
Yes.
they don't know what they're doing.
It's true.
It's just because that's what they do.
I
Yeah,
think-
or somebody taught them to do that, and that's what they've just followed on. But, you know, everyone has an opinion.
I think becoming an educator forced me to do that. And I think it made me a better hairdresser. So when you went from hairdresser to educator, what made you pivot from hairdresser to educator?
I didn't. I'm
Well,
a hairdresser
I know you're
and
still-
an educator.
I know you're still a
Yeah,
hairdresser,
there's
and
no
I am too.
pivoting. There's
Yeah.
no pivoting.
Yeah.
The best hairdressers are the educators.
Ah.
Yeah, because if you're an educator, then you're forced to practice what you preach.
Yes.
So that's why when we started this company, we said everyone's going to be focused on education, because if you're an educator, you're going to be forced to practice what you teach. Yeah.
That's
So
true.
that's kind of like how we've always been, and that's how I'll continue to be.
I love that. Nick, thank you so much for your time. I truly appreciate it. I
Pleasure.
know you're a busy guy. It's an honor to get to meet you.
Thank you.
I can't wait to tell people about the education program. And I really enjoyed talking with you.
It's called Learn Together, We Cut at the same time. The difference between, a lot of people are like, well, it's hands-on, how do you learn? The biggest challenge when I do hands-on classes is you come to watch me do an element, then you've got 10 seconds to get back to your mannequin. By the time you've gone back to your mannequin, you forgot a lot of the intricacies. So when we learn together, we're doing it together. So I can watch you, you can watch me. So you're basically, it's like cooking.
Yeah.
We're actually doing the meal together. We're going to cut the back, we're going to cut the front, we're going to do the side, we draw the diagrams out on the head sheets, and it's a very efficient way, and I think it's definitely going to be a successful program
Yes.
as more and more people find out about it.
100%. Thank you so much, Nick. I
Nice
really
to meet
appreciate
you.
you.
Thank
Yes,
you.
thank you. Yeah.
Sorry about the time.
Oh my God.